Hi, what's up? My name is Jomi, co-founder of also known as WafflesnCream. Welcome to Inside Life by Street Souk. I'm in my house. What I'm wearing is, I don't know what these Nike shoes are, but I know that they're hiking shoes. These are, I'm wearing M&S socks. New Wolf denim, best denim in the world, correct jeans. Our Wolf skate park tee, we used that to raise funds for our skate park, and I think it's a fire design. And then our dad hats for people with big heads like mine. Yeah, because we had to redesign this because I feel like people don't consider West African skulls. It's bigger than the rest. Okay. Never forget the day that I think it was Sloan or Onyedi that said, "Oh, are you going to shop? Are you going to Wolf store?" I said, "What the fuck is this Wolf thing?" And they said, "Oh, WafflesnCream now, Wolf." I kind of brushed it off. I didn't think about it, but then COVID came and everybody was overthinking, and I was stuck in my house, and I just knew that. And also, I hated the old logo because it was so. I liked it, but I love it, but it's so hard to design with. Well, I didn't understand the language. I learned on the job, so I did not know all the technicalities of anything. So COVID, I think our Instagram went down or something like that. And everybody kind of slowed down and we just moved shop. Our landlord kicked us out and we're moving store. And then as soon as we're trying to open our store, COVID hit. So we're just going there every day to just tidy up. And then I just honed in on I just hyper focused on what I didn't like about the logo and embraced what the people were saying. And then I redesigned it. And I remember that day I spent the whole day researching other people's logos, like all the iconic, well, in my world, that I think are iconic. And I just noticed that when you decide to even change your logo or evolve your palette, the whole vibe usually changes of the company. So when that happened, I called my cousin, who I think is the best font designer, Jomi Marcus, and then we went at it. It's actually it's not a letter, it's a logo, because we also you can't find that font, you can't type, we tweaked it a bit, and I always wanted to make sure that if I was to ever do an exhibition, like a milestone exhibition, I could skate the logo. The way our company started, it was a lot of DIY, so it was like what was available. And the picture, okay, we've got tiles today. Oh, we can do the wheels. Oh, we got tees. Oh, we can design. There was no holistic design language to it. So I think over COVID, I kind of relaxed and figured out the holisticness of everything. And then that's how everything came together. Because it wasn't just changing the logo, it was also changing the attitude, the design language, how we saw ourselves. Yeah, it's a whole rebrand. And as you can tell, throughout this day, you see that every space I'm in is the same thing. So I don't really like buying art. I don't know the artist. I've never done it. Never will do it. I don't care if it's Basquiat, Picasso. Those things don't move me. I can't lie to you. It's not flex for me. I don't know these people. I don't know their intents. I don't know before anything comes out that they did this and the third, and they are thinking, if I don't know the person, I can't. Or if I've ever collected any art, it would be gifted, because people know I like art. So people who kind of give me art sometimes, if I don't know the person. But I really like to know the artist. And the way I select art is, I don't need to know them intimately and stuff like that, but I just need to know their intent. I'll go cut my hair. I'll cut my hair. I'm going to Ghana this weekend for briefly. Going on Saturday, come back on Monday. To relax, I like playing video games. I don't know why now, at my big age, video games that's making me relax. Yeah, it's kind of escape, and then I get to focus on something else. I like running. I picked up running recently. My running route, either I call Atlantic or the Lekki Koyi Bridge. But I wanna try like I wanna try Bagada because there are loads of bridges there. Basically, what I do to get my day going, tea and coffee, depending on my mood. I like music, good jazz music, in my bedroom before I go down. The news, I want to know what's going on worldly. I'm not really like a big sucker for news, but you understand, it's just good to know what's going on around. And yeah, that's it. From here, we're heading to Lekki store. Lekki flagship. Yeah, I mean flagship now. I don't even, because they're both flagships in their own right, but as you would see, there are two different vibes. I think Lekki we're going for like a very almost like exhibition style, a bit more toned down. Then the skate park in Freedom Park, Lagos Island, is more like community hub, culture, clubhouse kind of vibe. Because the skate park is there, so it's only right. So Murakola, to be honest, when we first started, there was hey, the story is a bit not long, but like I'll try to make it short. So with Muri, I used to go pick up different kids to skate. So at one point, because of Lagos traffic, I'd have to go to Nikon, and from Nikon I'll go to Prime Water. From Prime Water I'll go to Ikoyi. And then maybe sometimes I have to go pick up people from CMS. And before that time, there's no time to skate. And I have to drop everybody off again. So we're like, I remember telling Jide, my co-worker at the time, I was like, bro, we need a store. Not because we needed to sell anything. It was literally so that people will just have a place to come and meet, and then we go skate. And then we did that. And then obviously more people started coming, the Slons, the Middies, the Paulos, the fucking so many kids. So it was like a hub. It wasn't really about a store. The store was literally just to pay them rent. You understand? And then the rest of it was just a nice hangout spot for people who necessarily didn't have the people around them to encourage their inner desires, if that makes sense, to execute as this creative person. So I think that was what, it was more like a hub. We had no clue what we were doing. We just found out we like hanging out with each other. We like the same things, and when Onyedi came, everything changed because now we could record. We're living such a genuine skate story that we forgot to press record. And then when Onyedi got into the mix, that kind of changed, that changed everything, Actually, a skateboard, I didn't pick up a skateboard. A skateboard was handed over to me by my mom at 12. It was a shit August board. And to be honest, I didn't have real context of what, I had Tony Hawks and everything, but it was just me skating. And then when I went to Leeds when I was 16 for college, I'll never forget that day. I literally walked to, I went on a break. I didn't really know anyone. So then I was like, do you know what? Let me just go on a little walk. Then I discovered a skate park. mean, I don't. I recognize different moments in my life where I knew that I know that this is either an opportunity. This is either going to be something that's going to save me. This is something I recognize that this was a new shift in my life, and it what made me personally genuinely happy, uninterrupted by like social marketing pressures, and it was just a genuine love. And then from there, I moved to Zambia, but then I was still championing the same thing. And I remember when I went to school in the UK, I was literally waiting to come. I didn't want to stay one more minute once I figured out what I wanted to do. I was rushing back to Nigeria. I was so excited to come back to Nigeria to just be like, almost like when you experience something outside and you're like, man, I need to bring it, like I need to just like, guys, this is how this thing goes, or this is it, you know? So when it comes to our boards, our pro decks, I mean, growing up in the late 90s and early 2000s, I mean, when skateboarding was what really caught my eye was pro skaters, like them having their own line of boards, or just their community getting behind them and supporting them and championing them and just, you know, pushing forward. So I wanted to kind of like do the same thing for my homies, because I know that we could easily have pros without decks, but the extra efforts to kind of like single out and identify talent is very important, to have like local heroes, which I think are my heroes too, because literally I've seen them go from zero to hero, you know. This was our first pro, Henry, and then there's Fad, and then there's latest is Kyle, and then there's actually Kagiso, but Kagiso's board sold out. Yeah, it sold out. And then this is our team deck, so this is the deck that we all represent. And everybody has their individual deck, but I do not know any African skateboarding brand that has their own signature deck, as a crew, as a shop, as a brand, as a company. So yeah, this is my pride and joy. What we do, there are no trophies for it. There's no award system. There's no Oscars, Grammys, CFDA award. For us, these are my trophies. These are our trophies. You know, this is pride and joy. It's like a plaque. You know. Yeah, I think there's more. There needs to be more, and I challenge more people to please have retail spaces, because retail spaces can actually be like hubs as well, and then we can all coexist, you know. And also, if you are one person doing it, I mean, I started so long ago, and people thought I was crazy, and if all of us are crazy, then it becomes normal. You know, it's like one of those things where, like, if one person is doing it, you're crazy. If two people is doing it, they're crazy. But if 5, 10 people are doing it, they're cool. You know, it like we need more. My 2 cents for the young creatives. I mean, it's your time, so I can't really tell you. I'll be lying to you if I told you the way I did it. I did it based on my time, my logic, the stars kind of, whether they aligned for me. I think my time was a lot different. So, but if I would start again today, I think the secret that I use is momentum. Don't care about feedback like that. I think in the creative world, you're actually putting out a lot of your own perspective, who you are, and kind of like what you're about, you know. So I think when it comes to giving people advice, I just say do you. I think you should hang out with yourself and try and get to know you outside of the context of another person. If that makes sense. Just outside other people's influence. I think so that you can stand well, and when you start to collaborate or be part of something, you can stand for what you believe in. Even if the world does not accept you, I think you need to accept yourself first, and be realistic with yourself. Because I think a lot of people, there's so many distractions of what other people are doing, and everybody seems to kind of know what they are doing or have it right or have it. Everyone, the secret is that everyone is still just trying. So I would say just keep trying and fail and celebrate your small wins. I know a lot of people want to think that when you've made it is when you're on a big platform or when people know your name. I think you need to feel like you've made it first and know what you're doing can stand the test of any time. And that's the advice I'll give them. Try and hang, and then find people that understand what you're doing, because two heads are better than one. And if you get people championing the same thing, things are easier. You can leverage skills. You can have fun doing it. You can also start to become more secure and comfortable in your ideas, to not feel like you're alone in this thought process. And also you get some diversity. So I'll be like, yes, people, there's this thing when people say don't tell anybody your ideas. I think it's utter crap. I think the human experience and the human mind is so vast that speaking about your problems or your opportunities can actually create collaboration and make things easier for you. So I think be yourself, work with people that understand what you're doing and share your vision, and work hard, work very hard, and momentum. Even if you fail forward as well, try and get all the mistakes out as soon as possible, and don't second guess yourself, if that makes sense. The only person that knows you is you. So yeah, don't second guess yourself. I created what was a safe haven for me and my like-minded friends. Not just a safe space. People say that all the time, a safe space, but a sustainable space. I wanted a sustainable space to kind of like make sure me and my homies had not just a place to be safe, but had a place we could build our career. We're in a collection of dreams. I won't say it's just my dream. It's not my house, it's our house. We're in Lagos Island, old prison yard, Freedom Park, which is now our own refuge. It's like our hotspot. I acknowledge the pressure, but I don't really, it's not in front of me, it's behind me. When it comes to products, when it comes to events, lifestyle, I mean, this is the mood board. My inspiration is everybody here. My inspiration is the homies. My mood board is not on Pinterest, it's not on Instagram, it's not even in galleries or museums. This is the mood board. You know, for example, this bag, the reason why we made this bag is because we wanted to make a satchel that can carry everything for everybody. If you notice, people that came here, Cash came here with this, just everything in his bag, and it's clean, you know? So for me, if we're making any product, it always has to do with the people. We're trying to make raincoats at one point, but raincoats are so expensive to make. So we're gonna try and do some ponchos to make sure the price is the same as our own people, you know, from our decks to our clothing, baggy clothing, so that we can be free. You understand? And also they are tough and durable. So for us, my mood board is our people. So the pressure, if they pressure me, I feel the pressure from them before I feel the pressure from outside. You know, so I feel no pressure from, and even if I do, it's behind me. Woo! So I'm a sucker for small wins. Big wins are cool, but there's a lot of other smaller wins that probably got you to the big win. I think a big win is the conglomerate of small wins. So my proudest moments, for example, meeting Henry Fad, Ziggy, meeting Enigma, meeting Sloan, meeting Onyedi, Paolo, Leo, Ehi. Those are my proudest moments. Exhibiting their work for the first time, I think that was good. Obviously building the skate park, that was good. I think my proudest moment was even just getting the land for here, because we used to skate in Freedom Park outside and they used to kick us out. That's the crazy story. We used to skate at gate 1 and we're like menace to their establishment. And then when they invited us to come in, I think that was a 360 moment. I think designing it with designing this park with the boys also was the proud moment. Seeing all the boys go to men is a proud moment. Literally, I think I always sound like a dad now, but literally seeing their first beard come out of their chin, or even armpit hair, like I was there. You know what I mean? You know, even them, like sometimes even fall in love. I was there. You know, just being men and seeing how they've evolved is also one of my proudest moments, I think, for me. Yeah, I mean, but this park is the proudest moment in our history. You know, I mean, it's solid, man. It's not going anywhere. And we all built it. We all by hand, we built this thing 18 days. Limited machinery, because if you look at the skate park, it's hard to get machinery in. We did it through thick and thin, through all like sun, rain. You know, at one point, it's funny, even Toilet I shouted there, he was part of it. So it was a bricklayer for the thing. So it's like, that's my proudest moment. Just seeing if you bring the right people, like for the 18 days, it was a testament to seeing when humans come together for one cause, what they can achieve. Thank you for tuning in to Street Souk Inside Live. Hope you had a good day.